good evening. My name is Joan and I'm back again with another recipe that I want to put on YouTube that I'm cooking today for our evening meal. This recipe is called Caldeen and it originated in Goa and it has a slight Portuguese influence to it. Now let's start with the ingredients. The main ingredients are for this recipe are bottled gourd. They call it dudhi at the Indian store. It's some sort of squash, but you can also use yellow squash from the grocery store. This one is peeled and cubed. The yellow squash, you can use it with the skin, just cube it. What I'm going to use with this dish is shrimp. So I have about 2 pounds of bottled gourd and about a pound of shrimp. The other things that you have to use with this recipe are onions. I'm already frying onions here. They're red onions. They're chopped really fine. I'll see if I can give you a good look at it. I did it so that we can complete the recipe quickly. Now they're fried to this stage, which is keeping them translucent. Then you have about 3 to 4 dried red chillies, 1 slit green chillie, just slit it, don't chop it, half a teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, about 4 to 5 curry leaves, that's optional, and this is an inch and a half a piece of cinnamon stick. Added to that you have half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a teaspoon and a half of apple cider organic raw vinegar, but you can use the regular apple cider vinegar or coconut vinegar would be even better. Last 2 ingredients, you have garlic. This is whole garlic which I have just smashed, and the main ingredient is coconut milk, which I will add now into the onions. The onions have been fried, so I'm going to put the coconut milk in. I'm going to give it a stir. Give it a little stir and bring it to a boil. As this is happening, what you can do is you can drain the shrimp of the water. I was using frozen shrimp, so I was thawing it out. Drain the shrimp of its water and add some salt into the shrimp and just, mix it up like that. I don't want to dirty my hands because I'm going to waste time washing it. So here you have the coconut milk into this. Give it a stir, bring it to a boil, put it on high, bring it to a boil. You can also use the light coconut milk, but I like to use the full fat coconut milk. And coconut is good for you. The coconut milk is great for you. I have used coconut oil to cook this food, but you can also use regular vegetable oil or olive oil if you want, but not the extra virgin olive oil, because high heat will kill the nutritional value of extra virgin olive oil. You can use the regular olive oil. So now we add a little bit of turmeric. That's your half a teaspoon of turmeric. Give it a mix. I used about, I'm going to use about 3/4 tin of this coconut milk. You can also buy this coconut milk and put a little bit of water in it to thin it up if you don't want the full fat coconut milk, or buy light coconut milk. Give it a stir. You can see it's almost coming to a boil. normally add water just yet to thin the curry out, because the vegetables release water. The shrimp will also release some water naturally. So I do not add water at this stage. I add water at a later stage. So now that this is coming to a boil, I don't know if you can see it, but the coconut milk is boiling right now. So as it comes to a boil like this, you add in the dudhi. I always add the shrimp last because I don't like to overcook the shrimp because it becomes really hard and rubbery. So you add the dudhi. And let it cook. So let me tell you, while the dudhi is cooking, maybe I'll cover it and cook it so that it cooks faster. So this is a very popular recipe in a state called Goa, which is in the southwestern part of India. It has a Portuguese influence. The vinegar is the Portuguese influence. There are several variations to this base curry. When I say base curry, I mean the onions, the coconut milk, the garlic, and the other spices that I listed are the base, and what you can change is the vegetable or the fish. We don't make this curry with meat. I've never made it. I've never heard that it's made with meat. So basically it's a fish, shrimp type of a curry with vegetables. Now the variation is you can use just plain yellow squash or bottle gourd. You can use just plain shrimp. You can use a combination of shrimp and bottle gourd that we're doing today. And you can also use ochra. But when you use ochra, you need to be careful that you need to put the salt at the end. And you also, once you put the ochra in, don't keep stirring it, because the more you stir ochra, the slimier it gets. You can make a combination of ochra and shrimp. And you can also replace the shrimp with all the combinations that I gave you for pompano fish or pomfret or butterfish. And it tastes really good. So here you have So now what I'm going to show you is the dudhi is getting ready. The gourd is getting ready. Now on the back burner, I've heated about 2 teaspoons of coconut oil, and like I said, you can use any vegetable oil. It's in a small vessel like this. And you can heat that oil up. And now we've got to treat the spices. So once this oil is hot, you can just figure out whether it's hot or not by dropping a few cumin seeds in it. If the cumin seeds begin to splutter, then the oil is ready. So what you need to do is first drop in the whole smashed garlic. I don't know if you can hear the garlic, but it is spluttering in the oil. And give it a real good fry. Press it down into the oil as much as you can. Give it a good fry. And you can put the oil on high at this stage, in between medium and high. The garlic needs to get nice and really nice and brown. Oops. Okay, so you fry the garlic really nicely. And then you add the curry leaves, the cumin. Can you hear it splutter? That's what you need to get. The chillie, the cinnamon stick, and give it a mix. Ah, the aroma is lovely. The garlic has got slightly brown on either side. And the moment the cumin is, gets brown, I'm going to take it off the heat. You can add a little more oil if you want. This is coconut oil, so it's good for you. But if you're adding any other type of oil, don't add too much of it. I'm adding a little more oil so that it gets fried a little faster. I use coconut oil in my diet quite a bit. Okay, so now that this is getting ready, now is our next step. We open this up. Okay, we add the shrimp. We add the shrimp. We take this off the heat because it's fried. We add the shrimp. We give it a stir. Wait till the shrimp gets slightly pink, which it is getting. There you see, there's a lot of water that has been released. I threw the shrimp in. Now I put in the pepper and the green chili, the slit green chili. I shake up the vinegar because there's the mother at the bottom and that's really good for you. This, I'm just eyeballing a teaspoon and a half of vinegar. Actually, a lot of my recipes are eyeballed, but I worked on the ingredients just to put it on YouTube. And even if you eyeball it, it doesn't turn out bad. These bases are very easy to work around. Okay, so that's the vinegar, and I put a little bit of, say, a quarter teaspoon of sugar in it. You can use brown sugar or white sugar, it doesn't matter. And then you have your, this is the mixture that I was, mixed with in a separate vessel, the chilies and the curry leaves. You just put that in. I want you to see what it looks like, so I'll get my computer closer. And then this is what it looks like in the curry. Okay, and now I give it a mix. Okay, I let all these flavors meld together, and I add some salt. Remember, the shrimp also has salt, but it's not a lot, so I just add a little salt to the curry. And once the shrimp is done, you can taste the curry. The shrimp is really almost done. The moment it turns pink, it's done. So that's your Caldeen recipe. Try it with rice, eat it with rotis. It tastes great with rice or with rotis. We normally eat it with rice. So, and it's a full meal because it's a vegetable and a fish, and you've got your coconut milk. So you get your protein, you get your fiber, your carbohydrates, and you get your fat. And it's great tasting. It's easy to make. So put in your comments. Tell me what you think about it. And I'll be posting some more recipes with a Goan twist to it on YouTube very soon. Thank you so much. Goodbye, and enjoy the curry if you ever decide to make it. I hope you do. Bye.